Hey guys, and welcome to game number 13 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. Had two rough games last week, but the good news is we're still up on the series, 7-5 through the first 12, a much better start than either of the first two series, so happy about that. Opening rack today has an S and a blank, which I'm also happy about, although I don't actually think I have a bingo here. I almost have like origami or Asiagos, but I'm pretty sure this rack does not make a 7-letter word. I feel like I've had this rack before. Assuming that's the case, then I think Agio for 10 is going to be the right play. This is probably the best placement just because I don't think there's any other way to place it that does not put a vowel next to the double letter. So let's go ahead and do that. And we unfortunately pull another G and the Q. Certainly not what I was hoping for, but we'll see what we can do with it as the bot thinks on its first move. And the bot responds with how for 18. Okay. Takes a front C for chow. Doesn't really help me too much. I guess I'll play cheese here. I don't love parting ways with my S, but at least it scores 38 points and sheds the pesky Q. CGO, not the best leave, but with the blank in hand, if I get a decent draw, I might still be able to bingo on my next turn. This also doesn't give back really anything as far as counterplay goes, so looks good to me. Yeah, not really the draw I needed here. BCG, OTU, blank. Doubt that's going to turn into a bingo. Yeah, it's always a little frustrating when you have a blank early on, especially blank in an S, and you just can't connect on the bingo. It goes to show you guys that, you know, even with good word knowledge, bingoing can be hard in Scrabble. Like, even with an S and a blank, just haven't been able to make it happen. All right, Etta for 17. Almost Croton bug. That's a 9, though. Croton bug. I don't think I have any other bug words here that do play. Well, I mean, I could play bug, but I mean, as far as bingos go. So let's see. There's still this. Otic plays, but that's pretty bad. Putting the O here is quite risky with an X left. Any 4-point tile, even like a W or a Y that goes on that square and yields a 4-letter word across is going to score well into the 40s, if not the 50s. So not eager to give that back. And keeping BGU blank is also really not so great. I think beta and bug is probably the move. It's only 14, but COT blank is about as good a leave as I'm going to get from this rack. So, yeah, I'm just looking and making sure I don't have a bingo, but I am not feeling it with this rack. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, this looks a little bit better. Should be bingoing, one would think. I pulled 3 vowels, which given my leave is fine. Coasite with a blank S. So coasite and bugs, probably my best play as it currently stands. Unless I have a double-double through the G. I do see geodetic, but that's a few less than coasite. Don't think I can cover both double words. Eclogite also fits, but not in a double-double. Egoistic almost, but not quite. So we'll see what BestBot does. But it seems that whatever it does, I will be bingoing on my next turn, which is good. I'm certainly tired of not bingoing. And BestBot exchanges 4. Interesting. Not really what I expected, but I will take it, I guess. Okay, I am just going to think for another 10, 15 seconds here, make sure I'm not missing something through this G that's better than Eclogite or Geodetic. Assuming I'm not, I think I'll just go ahead and play Coasite for the extra points. Coasite probably does give back a little more counterplay by putting this E next to that double letter, which I'm not thrilled about. Could play Geodetic. I don't love, though, that this... I'm pretty sure that takes an S. And that creates an S that becomes really annoying to block. So I'm not a huge fan of that either. Also putting that O right here could give back plays like Ozone or Oxide for a ton as well. Eclogite has its own positional liability. So I think when in doubt, I'll just take the points. Play Coasite for 74. And lo and behold, I get the X, which is certainly not a bad thing on this board. I'm threatening Nixie for close to 50 here. I guess it's 45. That's certainly reasonable. DDI, not the best lead, but not too bad. Not super likely to stay open, but we'll see. Where's for 51? Okay. Have the X here, but can't hit because I don't have an E, unfortunately. For either XED or something with a U. So let's see. I could play do here. I could play. Oh, here's a nice play. How about this? Creating another X setup on the left. Ooh, that's a cool play right there. And still 25 points, too. Cleans up my rack. It's not super transparent as a setup either. I like that a lot. I don't think I'm going to have anything better. Again, I can't triple the X both ways here. Don't see anything good through this C. It's not worth it to play Nixie and Nude. This has to be way better, especially for the X setup potential. Yeah, let's do that. Wow, not really the draw I wanted. I pulled 2 E's and 2 I's. Ouch, porosity. I think I just gave the bot a bingo. Of all things, the Y there is what it needed. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. Although I guess, okay, I still had porticos to the C. It makes me feel a little bit better. And my X spot is foiled too. Wow, very bad turn of events, but I'm still not really losing. So that's the good news. Things were going very well though, and now things are going like okay. Just like that. Probably X sign here. I hate the give back, although I guess with the Z and the X gone, it's not super risky. Although, wait, no, Rex sign's good. Shoot, that's very risky. Yeah, with 4 R's left, I think I got to do this. Keeping 3 vowels. At least now the pool is fairly constant heavy, just in part because I've had now a draw of EEI and a draw of EEII separately on 2 different turns, so that's going to deplete the vowels. Nearly twice as many constants unseen as vowels, so that makes this leave a little bit more palatable than it might normally be. Yeah, I don't think I can stomach X sign with 4 R's unseen and the bot just having drawn 7 tiles. I think that's stupid. X here is just wrong compared to Nyx. Anything through the C? No, Xenix doesn't hit. I think I gotta just give up on trying to get 50 for the X. It's not worth it. If I can get 35, like, 50 is not that many more than 35 at the end of the day. It's not worth trying to sacrifice a ton, unless I could make one more effort at it. I could play Nice for 16. I mean, that's not bad, actually. Let me just make sure I spell this right. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen my video on Neice, N-E-I-C-E, the infamous misspelling of Nice, which has been played by many strong players. You would be surprised, including 2-time North American champion Joel Sherman and longtime top Canadian expert Lloyd Mills. Both have misspelled this word in the game. I myself challenged the misspelling off in Niagara Falls against another player. So, yeah, you'd be surprised, guys, how often good tournament Scrabble players forget how to spell Nice and play Neice instead. But I'm not going to play Neice. Neice, even if it were good, also would not set up my X. So I think I'm going to do this. I mean, EIX. Again, the nice thing is now, even if this gets blocked, I still have a chance to hit X, and I still have backup plays under porosity. So I think this is worth it over Nyx. I'm going to change my mind and play this. Jeez. Cannot get away from these vowels. Hoping to get down O for 54 up here. AEUW, certainly not the draw I was going for. And BestBot blocking my setup again. It is just onto me. Okay. Welp. Now what? Nah, that's probably not a good idea with 2 S's left and also a bunch of E's. Score is still pretty close. Do I set up my X again? That doesn't seem great. Nothing seems particularly good here, honestly. Wax? No, it just gives back easy counterplay. That leave is horrific. That cannot be right. What on earth do I do here? I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Huh. I mean, this is just too obvious, like, this setup, right? I think. Against a human, I think it is. This just seems too reckless. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Absolutely no idea. Yeah, I mean, like, this is... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, even if I hit the X and I'm still stuck with IU after, like, that's not going to be fun. Wax here for 42? I mean, I guess I could try this. Like, there's a chance, especially after Vig, it doesn't have an E. EEIU, though, is just horrific. Oh, man. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do here, guys. Like, literally no idea. Very troubling position. Yeah, I'm kind of... I mean, this is just horrible. Everything is kind of horrible. Oh, he doesn't even hit the exit that often. I have to redraw an E. WAE is horrible. I wish I had like D-wax or re-wax or something. Tux feels really bad. I mean, WE cannot be right there, possibly, right? I mean, could EW possibly be right? Like, 2 Fs left, this just gets blocked, right? There's no way that's right. No, that's crazy. I feel like I haven't been this stumped on a turn in a while. Like, there's just... Every option here kind of sucks in its own unique way. I have no idea how to choose between them, but I do have to make a choice. I think that choice is probably going to just be wax to score. I mean, the pool is constant heavy. I don't want to keep WU. The X setups are too weak. I mean, is WAE better at that point? Maybe. Yeah, maybe WAE is a little better, actually. Yeah, because I could hit, like, EX words here. All right, I guess this is fine. You know, I'll take the chance. If it doesn't have an S, then at least I have XU on the bottom right. All right, I guess I'll change my mind and go with this. Yeah, I didn't notice the XU potential at first. All right. I mean, I'm not up here. I have to be willing to take some chances. All right. It's not a bad draw, actually. Jolt, okay. So I wonder if BestBot is setting up an X or if it just has consonant problems. Hard to say. I feel like XU's got to be the play, though, regardless. I mean, Kiter's a nice leave, keeping trike here with U at the minimum. I feel like, especially after Jolt, which makes me think it might have an S. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have anything? I have Ilex, almost Silex. Ilex is not better than XU, though. It's 6 more, but the leave of KURT is way worse than the leave of Kiter. No offense to anybody named Kurt who might be watching this video. Yeah. It's also, I mean, the nice thing about keeping Kiter is I also save plays here, too. Yeah, I think XU just has to be right. I don't have anything ending in EX. That would be awesome. Or EXT something. Yeah, I think XU is the play. Okay. Stinkier with an S. I'm actually not unhappy to see that. It only gets 39 for its S. I'm thinking Kit now. I could just play Trike. I mean, this is actually interesting. So do I play Trike? Or do I get really aggressive and greedy with Kit? I mean, I have a really nice... I think I should be aggressive, guys. Like, I have a really nice leave. I mean, it's a big risk. Because if the bot, like, bingo's on the right, it's basically GG. But I could also hit a bingo there, and it could be almost GG. And I have EINRT, and the bot just drew 5 random tiles, and seems like it's having constant trouble. Like, this is such a good leave for hitting something here. I think it's worth being greedy. It's debatable. I mean, I'm not in a bad position after Trike, but... Like, if I were up here, I would definitely play Trike, but given it's like a tie game, I'm barely taking a lead. I think I should, you know, not waste my really nice rack here when the bot could have anything. If it just fished, I maybe wouldn't, but yeah, after a 5-tile play, I think this is the move. I mean, I have... Does nothing fit there? Yeah, actually... Okay, so it did have the E, but it didn't bingo. I have trained, detrain, anti-red. I don't think any of them would have actually fit. Huh. Okay. Nitrated, not going to fit. Close scheme. I'm getting a little low on time. I spent so long in the WAE turn. derating, treading, and stuff don't fit. Nothing through a V. Dang, no bingos here. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do? Something through this L. Here's an interesting play. Railed. I have a T for trailed. There's only one T left. There's a B for brailed, but it's very hard to end a word in a B. I think this is, again, I think this is a reasonable risk to take. The thing, though, is, I don't really like NT with 4 N's left and drawing into a consonant-heavy pool. That does not sit too well. Yeah, I could end up with a lot of consonant trouble. Yeah, those 4 N's are very concerning. I really want to get rid of my N. So maybe NALED, actually. Yeah, the I is not bad here. I have the last I. I think NALED is a better play. Yeah, I really want to get rid of an N here. Having 2 or especially 3 N's would be a disaster. I don't think NT is that good a leaf to justify railed. It does have a lot of long-term benefit, but NT is just so much worse than IRT in that pool. Rarely seen 5 of NALED. It takes an S, it's not a verb. I think it's like an insecticide or something, but someone can check me on that. I think it's definitely better than nailed without an S for snailed. Yeah, all right, we're doing it. Mothier. It's a good draw, because even if my bingo isn't going to play. Got, oh, yeah, let's go. Thanks for the setup. Wow. That was fortunate. The bot probably had ease itself, and it was trying to set itself up for its own bingo, but walked right into my Mothier. That was very good. The S is a good draw, too. Nieces is still there for potential bingos. I was going to play Moy and More with J-O, but then obviously Mothier came into existence. But all right, let's be vigilant here, guys. This game is not over. I'm up 61. There are 3 in the bag. There are 4 N's still unseen to me. So, if BestBot doesn't bingo, I'm fine. So the question becomes, if I just play something, I got to block Lentando through this T. Even if I empty the bag, I'm probably fine. Let me just not, let's say I just play Bust. Right, so it blocks everything there. It can't fit a 9. There's no hooks to TI. So it's got to either bingo to an F, or there are some remote possibilities. It's not going to end in SU. It could maybe play TE. It would have to play I don't even know. TED, LT, OLT. This could be some crazy overlap, NOLTED. I don't think so. What's it gonna do? Where's it bingoing? I have a little time. Let me make sure. There's no fun hooks for Mothier or Vig. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by Refry blocking Nieces and not opening anything. Even if I draw 3 N's, I don't think it has a bingo from this T. That's the worst possible draw for me. Or the best possible rack for the bot. T-E-A or something? No, there's just nothing. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, guys. I think this wins 100%. I'm going to do it. I don't care about getting rid of my S here. Saves poor to the RE is a nice endgame play as well. I don't think there's any reason to leave one in the bag because it gives the bot a chance to fish and possibly create a headache. I'm very confident it can't bingo now. I'm doing it. Yeah, prove me wrong, BestBot. Where are you bingoing? There's just nothing on the bottom that's going to possibly fit. So, unless I made a massive choke here and missed something crazy, I will be winning this game. BestBot probably going to think and try to find its best endgame. And all right, BestBot playing none for 18, so throwing in the towel. 80 blank. Obviously, it's going out. I see a high scoring out on the E column. Bod, Day, Shy, and Uta, so it might be in my best interest to do something about that. Does it have any other good outs? Nothing great. I think I should go there. Do I have anything like this? No. No T for Tau. Bop. Just Opa. No, it gives back ads with mod. That's not great. Just Pa? That'd be right? Maybe Outplan. I think I play Outplan, actually. I think that's right. Get rid of more tiles. Yeah, let's just play Outplan. I think that's probably optimal. Or actually, let's do a little math. Is it better to play Outplan or just let him have his out and play Poor? So let's see. Poor, I have 2 minutes. This will be a good little educational exercise. Which is better? 32. Day is 2, 3, 7, 8, 16, 22, 25. So plus 7 still. Then I'm losing, or it's getting 8. So plus 7 minus 8 is -1 is the net relative to where I am now if I play Poor. If I play Outplan, it's probably going to be worse than -1 than net, right? Let's see. I mean, he's going to get, at the minimum, yeah, it's worse because this is only 10. He's getting at the minimum 12 for Deer, so that would be -4. Okay, so I should just play Poor. That answers that. Okay, fair enough. 449, 378. Good win. Yeah, the Moth Eater was like really the turning point of the game. It was neck and neck the whole way, really, until then. It was a good game. Glad I came away with the W. Let's see. Yeah, Agio, there really isn't anything better to do there. That looks fine. Bot plays How with 5 vowels. Yeah, a lot of vowel trouble on both sides early on. It was interesting. And then 4 ends unseen till the very end. Cheese is kind of forced. Bot still with 5 vowels. Yeah, this just gives back too much counterplay. I agree with the bot's call. Bug looks fine. Oh yeah, I guess I could just play Tick. I didn't even think of that. But BGOU is terrible. Bug looks good. And the bot trades 4. Yeah, this is just, you can't do that. That's just way, way, way too aggressive. I would have played Toe Piece for a lot if it did that. Yeah, Geodesic, that does take an S, right? I wasn't wrong. Oh, it doesn't take an S. Oh, it's Geodesic that takes an S. Oh, this might actually be a decent play then. Yeah, it's Geodesic that takes an S, not Geodetic. Okay, I screwed up that. It still does give back a bit, though, with this O. Coasite's still fine, I think. It's 4 more points. Wares for 51. Oh, didn't come up with Deck C. Although, I think Deity is still fine. DIIN is pretty lousy. This gives back easy scoring plays to the Y. And again, this often stays open. I wasn't expecting it to bingo to that Y with an S in the 5th spot. That was sort of a freak thing. Yeah, not playing X sign for the reasons I discussed with the R hook. Nix, I mean, it's just not great. It gives back easy overlaps here, like an F or a B for like 40. EEI is pretty crummy. Nixie gives back a lot. I think Nice is fine. I mean, I was not expecting a draw as bad as I had. I have a new X spot. I've still got an X spot down here. Like, I think it's fine. Okay, I'm glad I didn't, like, miss anything obvious. This turn, I spent, like, 3 minutes on. There's just nothing good. This gives back huge counterplay. Keeps 4 vowels. This, I think, at least, like I said, I set up XU. There are shockingly few E's left. And Vig could easily, as it was, just be constant trouble, not keeping an E. Wax, the leave is so hard to stomach. I think this is reasonable. I mean, nah, this is crazy. I mean, what else? There's just nothing good this turn. I think Wei is fine. If anyone has a play they think is clearly better, then let me know. But I think this is fine. Yeah, luckily for me, the bot couldn't really do much. Yeah, I get not playing Fist. JLL is pretty bad. Jolt sets up your S in a nice way. Let's see. Kit. Nah, I think you got to play XU, especially after Jolt. You know, I think there's a decent enough chance it has an S, so I want to take away the stronger X spot. Luckily for me, the bot drew the V and the U and couldn't really do much beyond furls. Yeah, both of us kind of get mediocre draws for a lot of the game. I think Kit is fine over Trike. I think it was a good gamble. Wow, huge break for me, though, that the bot did not hit a 7 ending in E. That would have been almost game over, but live makes sense. Valid is a nice play, but yeah, you're in a decent position. Tie game with the blank. Okay, this is where equity just fails. Like, this is actually, like, very instructive. You know, OD for 6, right? Amazing leave, AEINRT. But not an amazing leave on this board. Because you draw a 7, great. Where's it going to play? If I draw an E and I hit, like, Red Knight, Aaron Knight, Trainee, where am I bingoing? Nowhere, right? So, like, you can't just do this. You can't fish on a dead board. Like, you have to score here. A bingo, look, I have 3 bingos in my rack right now. Again, train, detrain, anti-red, and they don't play. A bingo that doesn't play is as good as a rack that doesn't have a bingo. Like, it's useless. You're way better off scoring. And again, I think I like my play here. I think keeping a vowel drawing into this pool is very important, and disposing of an N drawing into this pool is important. I think this was very good rack management. I was happy with that play. Mike, and this was the pivotal play of the game. I mean, I get it. You know, there's only 2 E's left. You have an E and a blank. Like, it's very high reward. This play, yeah, I mean, you kind of feel like you're not getting good value out of your blank with this play. Because, like, yes, you have DER blank, but again, BestBot kind of runs into the same problem as I've been running into. It's like it draws a bingo. Where's it going to put it on this board? And these are flexible tiles. They're not great scoring tiles. It's hard to say what's going to happen. And this kind of forces the issue. And I think BestBot did just kind of get burned there a little bit. That happened to have Moth here. That was pretty bad luck for it. But yeah, this play surprised me. Because, like, what's the bot's plan? I mean, after I block the left, where does it think it's bingoing? I feel like it's got to try to open something here. Like, I don't know what exactly, but I mean, because you still have nieces. Like, can you not play Fry somewhere that doesn't get in the way of that? I guess you can't. Gemic and Defy? 2 R's, though. I guess, yeah, I mean, there's stuff like Fae here for 22 that doesn't really open much. I guess the problem is BestBot just has no plays, like, on the left that are any good. I just feel like if you don't open something against proper play, like, I mean, this doesn't really do much. I mean, even this, I think I like more. If I'm heavy on consonants, this F could be annoying for me to deal with. I guess the problem is the Y is just really bad. Wow, tricky turn here for the bot. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to do. It just doesn't feel to me that its play gives it a very good chance. I mean, there's stuff like this, which is pretty desperate. Setting up an A hook with 2 A's left that it doesn't have aside from the blank. That probably isn't going to work. Huh. You also want to score. You are down 85. Like, that's the other thing for the bot. He's got to make sure bingo even scores enough. I don't know. Also, like, if you're going to go here, isn't Fry a little bit better? Because, like, maybe with the E, you can hit something with this T, or you're a little more likely to. And you slow down the game a little bit, so you're more likely to have another turn to fish. Yeah, I don't really understand refry, honestly. It doesn't feel like a good play. It's probably something with the Monte Carlo sim, assuming I'm going to open more than I will. Like, I mean, obviously, I can probably just outrun Lentando, I'll be honest. But, like, this is a much cleaner win. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. All right. Yeah. I mean, really, this game came down to the fact that I happened to have Moth here when the bot played Mike. Like, I don't think Mike was a bad play by the bot. It took a risk, and it was probably a reasonable risk, and I just happened to have the right rack to punish it. And that's Scrabble for you sometimes, guys. Sometimes you play the odds, and they don't materialize. And luckily, it worked in my favor this time. So, all right, good win. We improved to 8-5 overall through the first 13. Very good game, especially after the rough week last week. So happy with this one, happy with how I played, no big mistakes or anything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for your support. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon for game number 14 on Wednesday. Bye-bye.